Alright guys, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 in VR. I actually have been playing this quite a bit, so I'm not a complete noob to it, although, you know, I don't really know exactly like anything about flying planes or anything like that. But I have been learning recently, just because I got into this game and I've been watching a lot of videos and stuff. Anyway, so I'm using a mod called Neofly, which kind of is kind of like a single player mod, like not exactly a story, but it lets you have like a character and you get money and you buy planes and it generates missions for you. All it really does is it basically just gives you a reason to go from one place to another. So I'm doing a mission right now where I have to go from RJOJ, Okegawa Airport, to Tamamura Airport to deliver some goods that are fragile. So I have to land with less than 200 was it feet per second or something, or feet per minute or whatever, something like that. I have to land with less than 200 I think feet per minute vertical speed to pass the mission, otherwise it will fail. So let's get into it. I'm going to fly VFR direct using the GPS, using the Cessna 172 Skyhawk. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm using basically live conditions, but I changed the time of the day because right now it's night, it's really dark in real life. I didn't want it to be like that in the game, so I'm using the live weather, but not live time of day. So as some of you may know, this game doesn't perform that well in VR. So I'm actually fixing the frame rate at 20 FPS, but I'm interpolating using what is known as motion smoothing to 120 FPS. It results in a very smooth looking frame rate, but it has some visual artifacts. Unfortunately though, the Steam VR mirror does not actually display the motion smooth or the reprojected frames, and so the recording of this will actually only be at the frames being rendered by the GPU, which is 20 FPS. However, I may see if I can get some kind of software to interpolate that video to 60 FPS for you guys so that you can see it similar to how I was seeing it. Although you probably, you know, using a software like that would not actually have artifacts, at least not as much as it would in real time. So you may actually end up seeing it maybe better than I'm seeing it. Yeah, just be aware that if I post this video and it's 60 FPS, it's probably because I used some kind of software to interpolate the frames. Alright, so here we are, Okegawa Airport, ready to fly. So if anyone's wondering, I'm using a joystick, the Thrustmaster I forget what it's called, 18,000 or something like that, with the throttle that comes with it. So I am using a joystick. I'm not using one of these flying wheel things. I'm using a joystick and a throttle. And yes, I'm now starting here from parked, with my plane off. I'm going to go through the pre-flight checklist and everything to see what we have to do here. I've been through it a few times already, but I don't quite have everything memorized, so let's just go over it here, and also so you guys can see everything. I'm not actually using a mouse. I'm using a program to convert my joystick into a mouse, so it's a little hard for me to move the mouse. But basically, here we go. Before starting the engine, we want to check the parking brake is indeed set, and yes, there it is down there. It is set. The ignition is off. I mean, by default, everything's off, but that would be here. It's off. The avionics switch, all these switches are off, basically. Everything, literally, everything is off. So then the first thing we want to do is we want to check the battery here. So let's turn the battery and the alternator on, and then see that this display here, the PFD, turns on. And there we go. It turns on. We check the indicators. We see oil pressure is red, and we see low vacuum, which is both is what we wanted. So that's correct. Next, we want to listen to the fans from the avionics. So let's turn those on. I can hear the fan. Sounds good. And let's put the second one on. You can hear the fan. Sounds good. And then so now,
TOS system test. Okay.
I always hear that. I don't actually know what that means, but it says it's okay. So, okay. So pitot heat. We could check. Of course, this is not real life, so we can't physically go outside of the plane and check if it's working. But we turned it on. Pretend we checked it. Okay, it's good. Whoops. What happened? I missed it. Okay. And then the The low volts, we already saw that. That was, yeah, we saw that already. It's there. And okay, let's turn the batteries back off now. All right, let's check the trim here. Make sure it's in takeoff position. There we go. Fuel selector set to both. It is indeed. Static pressure knob, this little red thing here, that is pushed in. That is good. Next, let's go to the next one. Before starting engine. Brakes test. I mean, you can't really test that they just work in this game. I don't think the brakes can actually brake. Circuit breakers all pushed. That's these things down here. You can't actually interact with them, so they're all pushed. Electrical equipment all off. That's all the little lights and stuff, those switches. And as you can see, they're all down. And the avionics switches are off. And this is off, and then, or this is both, and then this is, it says open, but what it actually means is pushed in. And that's this thing down here, and it is indeed pushed in. There you go. It was confusing because when you put your mouse on it, it says when you click it, it opens it. But when you click this here, it actually tells you it must be open, fully pushed in. So I feel like there's some discrepancy in the descriptions here. But anyway. All right, so throttle open up 1/4 inch. I mean, I don't know exactly what a 1/4 inch is, but push it forward a bit there. We put the mixture to the idle cutoff there. So that's all the way back here. And then we test this for 20 seconds. I don't know like what the test is supposed to be, but I guess it just always works. And maybe like in real life, maybe this green light turns a different color or something. Basically, you do that for 20 seconds, test it. All right, I guess that's probably been about 20 seconds. All right, now let's go ahead and let's arm it up. Arm, there we go. Verify this thing comes on, which it does. And then I don't actually know what the engine indicating system check parameters means. I think it just says there's no X's anywhere. I don't know where the X's would be, but there's no X's, so I guess it's working good. And then we want to check that this voltage here is above 24, which it is. But then we want to see this is below, I think it's 1.5, yep. And then this is a negative, which it is. The amps is negative. Then the standby battery should be on, which it is. Propeller area is clear of people. I mean, unless you count that person, but I don't think they're close enough. Then we want to now turn the batteries and the alternator back on. So let's do that. All right. And then the beacon light should be on, mixture rich. So mixture rich, beacon light on. Auxiliary fuel pump, 3 to 5 seconds, then off. So that is, I believe, this button here. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's good. Turn that off. Mixture, lean. So that's, I guess,
Romeo Juliet Oscar Juliet traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha is taxiing to runway 14.
I wonder if that's a player. Oh, is it that guy? Huh. Anyway, yeah, it shows you players that are like really far away. Like those people that they're probably like 1,000,000 miles away. Anyway, what are we on now? Okay, feet ready to brake. I mean, I don't have feet, so well, I mean, I do have feet, but you know what I mean. Ignition start, and then wait, how come this doesn't go down more? What's this last one? Wait, is this being blocked by something? Whoa, why is this freaking menu is crazy? Okay, hold on. All right, rich when, okay, so we're gonna start and then we're gonna make the thing rich when the engine starts. So there we go, both start and then rich. Okay, I don't know the timing of when you're supposed to make it rich. I guess maybe that's right, maybe it's not, I don't know. Can I bring, why is this tilted like this? Okay, okay, anyway, next is throttle to 1,000 RPMs. So, okay, there we go, 1,000 is more, let's put it a little bit up there. All right, it's so hard, okay. I think it's basically good enough there. Oil pressure check, basically verify everything is I guess, you know, in the green. So I think that's pretty good. Low volts annunciator check off. Yep, all the warnings are off. Let's turn the avionics on and then let's put the flaps up. flaps up. I guess they were already up. Okay. So then taxi, put the taxi lights on, the landing strobe and navigation lights. So let's put all those on. I don't, oh god damn it. I looked up there and then my freaking mouse teleported up there. Okay. Alright, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I need all of them. And then parking brake release, test the brakes, test the rudder. And then the run up is next. So let's bring that up. Alright. Alright, hold on. So announce taxi. Alright. Let's take a look.
Romeo Juliet Oscar Juliet
Flight plan
traffic
here.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha is taxiing to runway 14.
Oh, is that me? Oh, was I the one that talked before also? Anyway, so here we go. I'm going to go heading 325. I'm just going to be doing autopilot with the GPS. Distance 26 nautical miles. Estimated time about 18 minutes. So I guess, which one am I supposed to taxi to? Runway 14. So that's the runway that's facing 140 heading 140 degrees. So that would be the other side of this, actually. Alright, let's go. Okay, my bad, guys. It was actually behind me the whole time. Dude, is this guy gonna move or what? What's he doing? Alright, whatever. Let's go. So, alright, let's, I don't really know what all of these mean. Depart straight out sounds good, because it's like, I don't know, I'm just departing straight out, I guess, so I'm gonna select that there. And then, let's look at this.
Oscar Juliet
So,
traffic Cessna Alpha
parking
Sierra
brake
X-ray
on.
Golf Sierra Alpha taking off runway 14 departing straight out.
Basically, we just set everything, set barometer, so there we go, just set 30.17. Everything's calibrated now. I just press like the calibrate button basically. All that stuff's good. Autopilot, so like we do this, so we test this with autopilot, and then with autopilot it doesn't turn. I guess that's what the test is. I don't really know what that means, but and then this thing, so like when autopilot's on it says to press this. I'm not really sure why, but I guess you press this and then it like, oh shit, missed. Okay, there we go. And then it like turned off autopilot. Anyway, so then throttle 1800. And then basically here we change the settings on the motor, the engine. And yeah, I don't really know exactly like technically what this stuff is, but according to this objective thing, you do this, and then you look. And then it decreased. See, that time it decreased about 100 or 110. As long as it's below 150, it sounds like it's okay. And then this one, it can decrease up to 50, but it never decreases. Or I guess it decreased 10. So that's good. And then we set it back to both, because the test was successful. And then we checked the gauges and everything. They all look pretty good. And then idle engine is 600, 650. Although I believe with wind it can be different. So like here, I think there's wind, so it's not going to go to 650. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to tell what it's supposed to go to when you have wind. And then, all right, the throttle will adjust to 1000, and then that's it. And then we have takeoff. Okay, so we're going to use GPS, so let's go ahead and hit the CDI button here to switch over to GPS. There we go. Flaps. I don't think I'll need the flaps. Probably just use 0%, I guess. All right, and then release the parking brake, and let's go. And then we'll try to climb at basically just above 70 knots, and then that's it. So let's go. Oh wait. Let me just verify that the Neofly mission is working. Hold on, guys.
Transporter from dispatch, it's a cargo mission today. When you check the payload and the flight plan, please release your parking brake to start. Transporter form dispatch. Loading cargo, please stand by.
I forgot to start the mission, so there we go. It's activated now. It's pretty cool. The mod has like their own sounds and stuff, although unfortunately you can't actually, you know, see anything happening. It's just like audio.
Transporter from dispatch. The cargo is on board. You are clear to taxi to the runway and take off.
All right, here we go. By the way, you guys may notice when I'm flying around that I have a whole bunch of POIs. I actually like customized and did a mod myself that adds a bunch of Japan POIs to the thing, to the game.
Transporter from dispatch.
There we go.
Fly safe.
All right. I forgot to set, I was supposed to do this before we took off. I don't know what I actually set the mission cruise thing to. I guess, how long is this? ETA 20 minutes? I'll try to cruise up to maybe about 5,000. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the autopilot. Set it to go to the GPS. And then I will set it to vertical speed 800. That's a bit, I think it might be a bit too high. Well, for now, actually, I'm going to set it kind of low, and then once I get a little faster, I'm going to increase it. Alright, here we go. So let's start it off at 700. I believe the higher you climb, the harder it becomes to climb. So in the beginning, from what I've noticed, I can usually climb like 700, maybe even 800. But then as I get higher, it gets harder and I have to lower it. Especially with the Cessna, like it's really hard, at least for me. Maybe I don't know how to do it properly. It's really hard to get to like 10,000, for example. So you can see I have a bunch of POIs like this. Kita Tajima, or whatever. Just a bunch of areas. I just put a bunch of POIs. Kita Tajima. So here we go. ETE. 15, 16 minutes. All right. Let's adjust the zoom. All right. So actually it looks like I can go even higher than 700 right now. Let's try 900. And then I believe after 3000 is when I turn off the landing and the taxi lights, at least according to this. Let's see if that's correct. No, above 3000 is the mixture lean. Oh no, it's also... Oh, okay, 1000 is where you turn that off, so I should turn that off then. We will do mixture lean above 3000. So we are kind of near Tokyo here. This is a little bit east of Tokyo. I don't know if it's considered Chiba or if it's still Tokyo or Saitama or something, but we're not that far. Actually, here, I can probably open it here. So, yeah, so here where my mouse is now, this is Tokyo. It's like central. This is like central Tokyo. Down here. So we're not very far. Oh shit. Oh crap. I wasn't looking. Yeah, see, so because we're so high now, it started getting hard to climb. So the airspeed was going down. Alright, I can increase the airspeed again. Set it to 500 for now. We're above 3,000, so I'm going to make that lean, I guess. It's 40%. It's still not in the green though, so let's just make it a little leaner there. There we go. All right, it's into the green now. 35%. So on the video, you'll notice the recording actually shows both of my eyes, but it's like split, not down the center of the screen, but by a little bit to the right of the screen. So there's going to be like a little distortion there for you guys, but this is VR. The only other thing I could have done is just recorded one eye, but you would be missing like kind of a lot of the vision of what I see if you just see one eye. So I kind of opted to show both eyes, but with that little divider there. So hopefully that's okay. If people don't like it, I can just change it to one eye. I focused it on the left eye, showing the majority, because the left eye, because I'm sitting on the left side of the cabin, so that's why I did that. I think this is called the cabin. If it's not, then I apologize. It's called the cockpit. The cabin, I guess, is I guess this doesn't have a cabin. Cabin is like the part of the plane that's behind the cockpit, I think, where like the passengers sit. So I don't know, maybe that's the cabin back there. I don't know. Alright, we can actually climb faster. I wonder if I should go to 6,000. I mean, there's 12 minutes left, and we're kind of approaching 5,000 already. But I'll need some time to descend as well. I believe it's basically ground level. I think all the airports around here are pretty much ground level. So let's take a look here at the flight plan. So according to this, it's 200 feet altitude. So the traffic patterns, I believe, are supposed to be done 1,000 feet above the level of the airport. So in this case, it would be 1,200 feet. So we'd have to descend from 5,000 to 1,200, you know, in time for arrival. So that's, what, 3,800? You know, if you do like, you know, 1,000 a minute, so that's less than, just under 4 minutes. I actually don't know what's standard in real life. Maybe 1,000 a minute's a bit too fast to descend. Yeah, I think we'll stick at 5,000. I don't think we need to go any higher. So I will pull the throttle back a bit, since we're at cruising now, cruising altitude. And there we go. I wonder what those are. Those like golf courses or something? They look kind of cool. If they are though, there's a hell of a lot of them. So what rate should I descend at? I guess if maybe I could start descending now. Start descending now. Start off at 500 while I calculate what I should actually descend at. So target. We're at cruising altitude for like 2 seconds. All right. So target is 1200. Vertical speed. Let's descend at 500 for now. So if we're descending at 500, that should take us just under 8 minutes. Like what? I don't know, 7 minutes and something. So that would be basically right on arrival, more or less. So let's stick with this for now. If we need to, we can increase it to 600. So the hard thing is I've failed these missions so many times. I've succeeded them, I think, only once or twice. I'm really bad at landing with low vertical speed, so I really have to practice. This is why I chose this particular mission. I have to practice them because I have to learn how to land without high vertical speeds. Just decrease my throttle a little bit there. I don't want to get into the yellow. I'm not entirely sure what the standard is, like if people are okay with going into the yellow or not, like in real life, but I didn't want to do that, so. I'm surprised there's no POIs around here. I guess there's not much, it's not like a big city area. So I believe somewhere around here is Nagano. Somewhere around here is Nagano. That's probably the next, like, named area. You know, like Tokyo, and then up there is Nagano, and then I think down here is like Yokohama, which is Kanagawa. Over here is like Chiba. I don't remember what this area up here. I mean, there's Saitama, and then, yeah, I don't know what's beyond Saitama. Once again, the motion smoothing just looks really great. The only things that really have artifacts is close things. So things in the cockpit, when I'm moving my head around, when I'm looking around. This like pillar, or like these little pieces of walls of the cockpit, they have some artifacts when I'm moving my head around like this. But the ground and stuff has no artifacts at all. It looks perfectly smooth, perfectly clear. It looks pretty nice. All right, what do we got? 4 minutes. I guess is that... No, I don't think it's in vision yet. I don't know, unless that's it over there. I can't really tell. Shoot, so it's past this little river thing. Let's see if I should probably contact them. So the airport is RJTM, so it's this first one up here. Alright, select the runway. Which way is the wind going? 249, so we want to go in that kind of whatever is the closest to, I think they're both side though. 16 is, or 160. So 250 is like halfway in between 160 and 340, so I don't know if it really matters. So maybe I'll just choose whatever one's easiest. So I'm headed 320. So then 340 would be the closest for me. So let's choose that. And we're gonna stop there. Now it's positioned.
Romeo Juliet Tango Mike
faster.
traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha 6 miles southeast 2,800 feet inbound to land runway tree 4.
I'm gonna put this even. Well, I guess we want to. Yeah. Okay. So I think this is not even a managed airport. So we don't. I guess we don't have to do traffic patterns. We might be able to just fly in. So let's go ahead and just fly in there. So I'm just increasing this. We're gonna get ready to go in. Yeah, at some point I should maybe remove the POIs because they help me. Like, I can see the airport because of the POI. But, I mean, I can't actually see the airport. I have no idea where it is. It might just be like a grass field or something. I probably should have looked at it before I started the mission. So what was the airport? What was it? It was 34. So that means it's going to be heading 340. So it's a bit to the right. Actually, let's put the little heading tab to 340 just so we can see where it is. So there we go. So that's going to be the direction that the runway faces. All right. So from now I'm going to turn off turn off that, and let's start heading over. I think it's that little grass field there by the river. I've been meaning to search what RPMs people usually land at. I don't actually know. I keep forgetting to search Google for it. Because like I said, I'm not very good at landing. Alright, so my idea is that I'm going to kind of get pretty low, and then I'm going to start, leveling off, heading over there. As my speed decreases, now I'm going to activate the flaps.
500.
I believe the white indicator on the gauge is for the last flap. So actually, I think you can turn on the first flaps before that. So I'm going to turn on the first flap right now. All right, and then do the second one, and then once we get into the white, I'm going to do the last one. All right, there we go.
Transporter from dispatch. Go to the parking so we can check the cargo status.
Man, I think that was too hard. I think I lost again. I guess this is the parking.
Transporter from dispatch. Okay, nice job. Someone is coming to take the cargo. I'll call you when it's done.
Come on, is it?
Transporter from dispatch. Everything seems okay.
Oh,
the customer looks happy.
Success.
Mission ended.
Unbelievable. I really thought I failed that. Alright guys, well, this was Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Yeah, like the video, post a comment if you want more. This game's really fun, so. Alright then, until next time. See you later.